What's going on, squad? Thank you for tuning into another video. Today, we are going to focus on the New York City Police Department. Yes, the NYPD is in a pickle right now. So reports have come out that 31 officers who've been working in the force for about a little over a year, almost close to 2 years, are going to get permanently terminated if they don't resign, because upon further investigation, they found that they have failed and maybe lied in their psychological exams. So this is public information. This is you could just Google this, and it's all over the news, all over New York and all over the world. But pretty much they took the exam, right? They passed the NYPD exam, right? And then after you pass the NYPD exam, you have to go proceed with the rest of the process in order to get hired. And one of those processes is a psychological exam. So it turns out that some of these officers failed the psychological exam because maybe they didn't disclose certain things like being arrested, being convicted of felonies, misdemeanors, domestic violence cases, whatever the case may be, lied about speeding tickets or whatever the case may be, or even lied about termination from previous jobs. Those are all the things you have to disclose upon the application, right? And anyways, they failed. They appealed the psychological because in NYPD, if you fail the psychological exam for whatever reason, you could appeal it, right? It takes a little bit of money, but you could. I've seen people appeal it and win and get into the force, right? So that happened during a time where NYPD was having a hiring crisis. A lot of people don't want to work for the NYPD because why should you? In New York City is one of the most dangerous cities in the world, and people flat out just hate police there. Majority of people in the city are Democratic and they hate police. It is what it is. So when you sign up, you got to be ready to take that type of challenge. All right. Anyways, going back to the topic. So they failed. They tried again, right? They appeal the failure of the psychological, and somehow they get in. So they get pushed in. So whatever. These cops are been working for a year or two. Some of the cops even have awards. So they're good cops. If you get an award, you're a decent cop, right? Wrong. Out of nowhere, they're getting termination letters saying you have to resign. You imagine that? Imagine getting hired by a police department or any capacity in the city as a city official. And, you know, after you get hired, you get this increase in income, right? You start making good money, and then you buy a house, you buy a car, like you start collecting this debt to improve your lifestyle, and out of nowhere you get a letter saying you have to resign or we're gonna fire you. That's kind of crazy. So that's what's going on. Let's listen to this report. It's brought to you by Pix 11 News.
To you, Craig and Vanessa, the NYPD saying they never should have been brought on, that it was lieutenant's rogue actions that actually got them on the job. But now this whole thing is on pause as a Supreme Court judge is weighing everything, and this needs to play out in court. We're talking about 31 officers that were hired about some 2 years ago in all of this.
2 years ago, wow.
The NYPD that they need to resign or be fired. Now, according to police sources, this happened after a psychological exam, which is a standard part of hiring an officer, flagged that there may be an issue. Further investigation finding among the 31 that they had disqualifying offenses, including driver's license suspensions, criminal convictions, arrests.
Wow. So some of these people were disqualified because they have suspended licenses, criminal conviction, previous arrest, and job termination. This is 4 of the previous that I just mentioned. Now, I don't know if they disclosed that or they didn't, and they got away with it. So that is the what's going to play out in court, I'm assuming.
Job terminations and other infractions that they misrepresented.
You want an NYPD cop patrolling the city with the full authority that comes with being a police officer, including a badge and a loaded firearm. Do you want somebody doing that who lied about being convicted of a felony or failed a psychological exam?
We have always heard that it is often used in a biased way, and it's actually been used to prevent communities of more color from being put on the force.
Okay, this guy is saying, okay, disregard whatever statement this guy just said. This guy literally just said that the psychological exam is placed there to reduce the amount of colored people coming into the force. This really, bro? Really, bro? Whatever this guy said, just throw it in the trash. Just continue watching the video. I want to make it
now,
about
the PDA
race.
saying that they're grateful for the
Come on, bro.
pause in these unjust firings, but this is only the first step. These police officers did nothing wrong. They were initially disqualified for minor issues and may have been hired on appeal if given the opportunity to do so. Many of these police officers have served with distinction. Some have even received awards for their work protecting their communities. Now, the lieutenant in charge of all of this chose to override that failed psych exam, bring the officers on the job. It's also worth noting that at the time that this all happened, there was a very aggressive push to bring more officers onto the job, to recruit more of them. All of this next step plays out in a courtroom on Tuesday. These officers would all like to have individual hearings on their cases. We're live this morning in Flushing. I'm Kirsten Cole, Pix 11 News.
By the way, they're in NYPD Police Academy, the new one in Queens. That's where she's at right now. But my take in this has two outcomes to me, right? First of all, it's going to take a while. These guys are going to be in court for a while because there's 31 officers who are getting fired. One already resigned, so it's up to 30 now. So there's 30. They're going to deal with 30 people. All right. So one thing is if they lied in a psychological exam and they're under probation. That's one. If that is the case, then they should be immediately fired. Right? If you lied about being arrested, or if you lied about like a domestic issue that you had in another state, or a suspended license, or any of those things, you're getting sued by somebody, you have an illegal firearm, something along those lines, you've been fired for multiple jobs, and you lied about these things, and the department finds out that you lied, and you're under probation, which means you're under 2 years, you do not have 2 years of service yet, and 100% I think they should be let go. 100% you should be let go. Now, the other outcome for me is if they did their due diligence and then they disclosed all of their dirty laundry to the NYPD, and the NYPD fails them, right? And upon appeal, they still get higher, then that's on the NYPD. They hire them, they should keep them in service. One, we need cops. New York City, it's one of the busiest cities in the world. We need the cops right now. We have a crazy shortage. And two, it's not fair to them. It's not fair to any of them, but at least the ones that were truthful and they got disqualified and did the right thing and paid lawyer money, because it comes out of your pocket. You have to pay lawyer money to come out and appeal that failed psych. People fail psych for any little thing. They forgot to disclose a speeding ticket that happened 9 years ago in Connecticut or whatever. You can fail the psych just because of that. So, yeah, if they disclosed it and they still got hired, I think they should be left in the force. But if you lied and you're under 2 years and you're on probation, I don't think we can have somebody in power who has the authority to take somebody's freedom, and has a load of firearm, and have all this power to be liars. We do not need liars. And the department, as big as it is, we don't need any more rotten apples. All right, but that's my take on it. Let me know what you guys think in the comments of the situation. It's pretty interesting. I never seen this in the 10 years that I've been in service. I never seen this. But let me know in the comment what you think. Don't forget to hit the like, subscribe for more videos like this, and I catch you guys in the next video. Peace.